New York Jets, man.
Go ahead, going a little rant.
Last year we won 2 games. We went 2-14, and we made a lot of additions. Carl Lawson, Corey Davis, Morgan Moses. Even though right now Morgan Moses and George Fant are having a legitimate tackle battle right now. Hey, it's not a given that Moses is going to start over Fant. Gerard Davis, Keelan Cole, Sheldon Rankins, LaMarcus Joyner, Tyler Croft, Vinnie Curry, Tevin Coleman. Then our rookies, Elijah Moore, AVT. I call him ADT because he's going to protect that blind side for Zach Wilson, or the other side. Oh, no, he's the guard. My fault. Still, the blind side with Mekhi Becton, that left side. Michael Carter, Zach Wilson. We made a lot of additions. And our subtractions aren't really noteworthy. I mean, Henry Anderson, Jordan Jenkins.
They were part of a 2-14 team anyway. So.
Brian Poole, I think, was the biggest loss. I think the Jets win 4 more games, and I think they go 6-11. And I think that's a great rookie season for Zach Wilson. Right now, Zach Wilson isn't having too great of a training camp. But honestly...
Yeah, you was recording it. What happened, man?
Everybody's already reacting to the training camp. Quarterback struggling training camp.
Not Trey Lance.
Even though I was talking to an NFL player yesterday, and I got his take on Zach Wilson's struggles. And he told me, nah, man, there's something behind that. Which got me a little bit more worried.
You can't exploit his name?
No, I don't feel like it.
Oh, okay.
But because of that, I got a little bit worried. But at the same time, Zach Wilson gave an answer to the press conference, to the media, and he said, I'm going to make these throws in practice because I want to see what I can get away with. And I'd rather make mistakes in practice than make mistakes in the game.
Right.
And that quote, I love that quote. But then again, everybody fell in love with that quote. They said Zach Wilson is so mature and he's so ready for the media. I asked that same player what his thoughts were on the quote, and he said, nah, man, that's not why. He was like, he's just throwing interceptions. So that kind of got me off my rails a little bit. But I think 6 wins is reasonable. I think we have some pretty easy games. Even though these teams are in our kind of tier, they're winnable games. The Panthers, the Falcons, the Bengals, the Texans, the Eagles, and the Jaguars. Those are all winnable games. I think we can win half of those games.
You won't beat us.
That's 3 wins right there. We will for the first time in history. We will. No, don't worry.
You think we getting swept by our division?
Oh, you're a Jets fan.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It depends. If the Bills, Dolphins, or Patriots make the playoffs and they don't need to play.
Well, that's the thing I was looking at.
Yeah.
We played Buffalo week 17.
Okay, so that's great because if Buffalo makes the playoffs and they rest, we can win that game too. But also, I think these are toss-up games or like games where we're not favored in at all in. The Broncos, even the Broncos, I think we could win that game. But the Titans, I think, is a loss. The Colts, the Saints, the Bucks, the Patriots twice. Bill Belichick doesn't lose to rookie quarterbacks. Zach Wilson, maybe he could change that, but I don't have faith he will.
You super high on New Orleans, bro.
I am.
Real.
I'm high on New Orleans. They
not.
have the same team outside of. I think they had a
what he
Drew
is.
Brees problem.
Oh, God.
Drew Brees, his last 2 seasons with the Saints was not that good.
I mean,
It's a bottom line.
In the regular season or in the playoffs?
Both.
In the regular season,
He
was
limited
good.
their offense. Jameis Winston, he's a slinger.
But his we'll see. His accuracy is pretty.
Yeah, it was
His
bad.
decision making isn't that good either. We'll see though.
He was blind.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. So we'll see.
But that's why I think we have a lot of winnable games. That's why I say 6. Because even between the Titans, Colts, Saints, Bucks, Patriots, Dolphins, and Bills, we can surprise one of those teams. There will be one game where Zach Wilson has that aha, and he goes crazy.
I don't know if this is a season for that, yo. Because I don't know, man. Because my thing with Zach Wilson is that I'm happy they brought back Jamison Crowder because I talked about them having a safety blanket for like rookie QBs. I think Jamison Crowder is going to be their safety blanket. Usually it'd be a tight end like Chris Herndon or something, but he sucks, so that don't matter. But I mean, they're definitely going to be making him sling it every single game. Elijah Moore was a huge addition. Tevin Coleman in the backfield ain't too bad either. But I was looking at the games. I think the only games we going to win, like for real, are Carolina.
I don't even think y'all could beat Carolina, man.
Cincy, Philly, and Jacksonville. But here's the thing. I think Sam Darnold gonna have a revenge game in week 1. I already told you this. Sam Darnold gonna be like a dark horse for MVP. I'm stuck on that.
Sam Darnold is so garbage.
Nah, yo.
He's gonna be one of the worst quarterbacks in the league again next season.
I don't think
he's actually having a bad camp.
No, I know.
No, he threw like 12 picks.
Yeah,
in camp.
12?
Yes,
already.
In 6 days or 5 days,
something like that. It was 12. Yeah, in a week.
He's at a point where he can't give that Zach Wilson answer. That's who he is as a quarterback.
Well, I mean,
and Carolina doesn't have an exceptional defense.
Yo, 12 picks.
Given that offensive talent, to not go crazy with that talent against that defense.
Yeah, if he would have said that excuse
alarming.
after throwing 12 picks in 5 days, I'd have just looked at him and been defeated. Because it's like, bro, what are you talking about?
Jalen Hurts has been bad in camp too.
I figured that. That's why we haven't made a decision yet. I was never high on Hurts. You know, it is.
I wasn't either.
Yeah, you know.
I heard he was better than Ryan Tannehill.
I heard he was better than a lot of guys, bro. You know what I'm
I heard
saying?
Jake Fromm was better than Ryan Tannehill. Why your man?
Crazy.
Hey man, I don't.
Your boy.
He
said that.
He said that. I didn't say that. He said that. But listen, the Jets, they had an A+ offseason, man. You got your guy. You traded that other guy. Thank God. You finally got a franchise quarterback that you can build around. You know, he got some swag. He got some oomph to him. You know, he has a lot of talent, so that's good. You have a franchise quarterback. Not to mention, instead of, you know, with Sam Darnold, you got Sam Darnold. You guys didn't bring any talent with him. With Zach Wilson, you did. You know, you brought some offensive line help. You brought some receivers there. I wouldn't say built up the defense at an elite level, but you did bring some guys.
Got Mosley back.
Yeah, you did bring in some guys for defense. You guys had a few guys that were injured last year that's coming back from injury. So that's good too. And I think you did the best with what you could do, and that's good. Your GM showed signs of life. He showed that he is a competent GM that can make some solid moves, and I think that's a good thing. You went in the right direction as opposed to previous years where you kind of went in the wrong direction. So at that point, in a rebuild situation, I think that's good for any team. And like you said, you guys weren't in win mode now anyway, so just bringing in guys to just see what Zach Wilson's going to do is great. You know, Corey Davis is a good addition. Like you said, bringing back Jamison Crowder. You got Elijah Moore. You still have Denzel Mims waiting to break out and have that year 2 explosion. So I think that's 4 receivers right there just waiting. So, you know, I think Zach Wilson is probably going to have a really good rookie year, but all in all, Jets did good. You guys aren't going to win 6 games. You're probably going to win 4.
As much as I hate to admit it, I think Denzel Mims, I'm out on Mims.
You just started on him.
He just got what's it called? Food poisoning. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear about that.
He lost 20 pounds in a matter of like a week.
Hold on, because this guy is crazy. What do you mean you're out on Denzel?
You were mad high on him last
what do you
year,
mean?
Because Mims,
nothing has happened for you to change your mind.
In training camp, he hasn't been good.
It's training
No,
camp,
it's different
bro.
for receivers.
Oh,
Keelan Cole is beating him out.
Okay, but bro, let the season play
Elijah
out.
Moore is better. Keelan Cole is better.
They didn't even
Crowder's
play a
better.
game yet.
And Corey Davis is better.
Okay, wait a minute. You can't tell if me and him walk into camp and I have a season on my belt. You can't tell him he's better than me. He hasn't played NFL football yet. He hasn't played against real competition.
Elijah
yet.
Moore is different.
Different in training camp
How?
against your corners.
A.J. Brown said Elijah Moore is different.
Good for him. I'm glad he said that.
No, they went to the same college, Ole Miss.
Okay, they
Yeah,
played.
You know what?
yeah,
You know what
they-
A.J.
I
Brown.
know.
You know what A.J. Brown said?
Oh my god.
A.J. Brown said, "I'm putting money on him to win Offensive Rookie of the Year. He's somebody I'll bet on."
Good for him. I'm
Yo,
glad he
that's
did
his boy. What you want him
Now,
to say?
all I'm saying is that,
bro.
yo, when he got drafted too, A.J. Brown was there. He was crying and said, "Yo, you taught me so much, bro. You're gonna be great." I believe him. A.J. Brown he don't lie, bro.
I just can't
He
believe
be spitting.
you're
He
out
be
on.
spitting.
You told me Mims like if I can go back in the messages, you were raving about Mims.
Yo, and that you were putting him over so many because he came out of a star-studded wide receiver.
You want to know
class.
why?
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why? I'll tell you this.
Training camp changed your training.
No,
camp.
it's not that. It's because Mims, I didn't realize the type of character he was.
What the?
You know,
What
because
kind of character?
Yeah, I want to.
once he got drafted, I'm gonna let everybody know this story. Once Denzel Mims got drafted, he put out on his Instagram story that, you know, who wants to be in a Madden league, and I replied and I said, "Yo, I'll be in a Madden league." He said, "I bet." I was in the same Madden franchise as Denzel Mims, so I had him as a friend on PlayStation. When I tell you that this dude is on PlayStation every single day,
So is AD.
he's okay, but AD's established. Denzel Mims was on PlayStation every day. I don't know if he was working on his game as much as these other guys are working on their game. I also did ask him to be on the podcast, never answered back.
So that's really why you hate him.
Look, it's bad luck when you don't. It's bad luck when you don't accept invitations on the podcast. It's bad luck. There have been a few players that have denied requests to be on the podcast. All I'm saying, the track record for their success after It's not that good.
So you're out on Mims. Please don't jump back on the
You're
bandwagon. We
for
don't have
real
time
out.
for this. Bro.
I am out on Mims.
So you're out. This is the
Yes.
official after training camp. You're done with him.
Yes.
Okay. So you're in.
I just don't think he works on his game enough. I don't think he works on his game enough.
So you're in on more. Like you're in.
I am all the
Locked
way
in on more.
I'm
Okay.
locked in.
All right, man.
I'm locked in. Security
All
lock.
right. Security. Okay. Making sure.
I'm photo vault locked in on Elijah Moore.
All
Don't
right.
need a passcode for me to not be locked in on him no more.
Okay. I'm just making sure you stay in.
But yeah, that's why I'm not so high on Mims. I don't know if he works on his game enough, and because of it, I'm not sure. Where he's at.
I mean, he coming off that, like I said, food poisoning.
Dude got food poisoning. That sucks.
That's unfortunate. I feel sorry for him. But the reality of the situation is that Corey Davis is gonna start.
Yeah.
Jamison Crowder is gonna start.
That third guy.
Keelan Cole is better than Denzel Mims.
Mm.
And Elijah Moore, he's not just a slot. He can play outside.
You can be a deep threat too.
And that's why I don't know if Denzel Mims is going to get that opportunity. Last year, he was okay, but he lacked separation. He didn't have that burst of speed.
And I know I talked up Sam, but his QB was also Sam too. So.
I know. I mean, you think he's an MVP though? Fringe
dark
MVP.
horse.
I mean, now, but like
Boy, got DJ
Back
Moore
then.
out there, man.
DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, his leading receiver.
He has
for his
12
first 2
picks in
years.
Robbie
5
doesn't
years.
even like Sam.
How do you know that?
Because I saw an article about how he basically talked about how Sam was the reason why he didn't have much success in New York.
12 picks in 5 days, man.
There was a highlight reel of Sam like overthrowing Robbie, and then Robbie liked the tweet and said, and I think he replied to it and said, I forgot what he said, but he basically acknowledged the fact that Sam wasn't a very good quarterback.
First Jets game I ever went to, Jets and Bills. I went to that game. I was security for it last season, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was last season. If it was last season, the year before, wherever y'all played Jets week 1, y'all played the Bills week 1, and y'all were up like 17-0
At
on them.
Buffalo or in
No, I wouldn't
that was
never.
2 seasons.
I wouldn't travel to Buffalo.
If Denzel Mims doesn't succeed with the Jets, that podcast, that Pick Aside podcast request denial is real.
Mm.
The curse is real. That's why if you're a player, we reach out, you better accept, because players don't tend to. We're like the 2K curse.
Oh my god! I saw Sam Darnold throw a deep ball to Robbie, and Robbie had to run back and get it, and the safety almost took his head off, like literally almost killed Robbie. And I was like, wow, this dude sucks.
Yeah, I'm not high on Sam, bro.
Y'all blew a 17-point lead after that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, there was that game.
I forced myself to be high on Sam, but I never was high on Sam. I really wasn't. Out of college, he just didn't have the quarterback face.
I mean, this is my last stand for him. Like, if he don't do nothing, like if he doesn't at least show a sign of growing.
I mean, you said dark horse MVP, so he got to show more than the sign. Like,
Well, I mean,
he got to show life. Like, sheesh.
I still